Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SW Metro official channel.
Sister Wives, fans hate Kody and Robyn after seeing this. Sister Wives, Robyn and Kody Brown take a different turn. After the most recent episodes, the Sister Wives followers began to criticize Kody Brown and Robyn Brown's actions. Many of these remarks relate to Kody's strategies as a father. It appeared that Kody and Robyn had altered their approach to dealing with their estranged relatives. However, based on audience reactions and comments, it backfired quite badly. There are numerous situations to pick from where Kody and Robyn's actions during their grief over Garrison Brown's passing shocked Sister Wives viewers in shock. However, the scene where Robyn and Kody were outside by their fire pit was one of the most talked about. Robyn and Kody's fireside conversation. The scene where Robyn sat in front of their yard fire pit and listened to Kody talk about his suffering was brought up by many Sister Wives viewers. However, other admirers claimed that this sounded predetermined. In this moment, Robyn comforted Kody after he expressed that he had hoped for more time with Garrison and that things weren't meant to go this way. However, there was that little time when Kody was strolling around his garage workshop area before Robyn and Kody took their seats by the fire. And the image of Garrison Brown's poster-sized portrait that the camera slowly scanned has people furious. It was right next to his workspace. Comments from fans suggest that this was a very deliberate placement. Additionally, they imply that Kody was the subject of a specially selected photo throughout the editing process. What transpired during the episode's production, however, is unknown. When Kody added that the portrait would always be in the garage, Sister Wives fans lost it. They are curious as to why Garrison's picture isn't displayed more prominently at Robyn and Kody's home. We are aware that there is plenty space for artwork on the walls, aren't we? Why, therefore, was this picture of Garrison placed in the garage? That may be the case because Kody hides there from his sole wife. We will never understand why. A strange indication of the times, Sister Wives. Additionally, Sister Wives viewers believed that certain sequences during the episodes where Kody and Robyn were grieving for Garrison felt really odd and didn't really go together. In the town of Kody, Wyoming, we witnessed Kody displaying signs that he had previously sold to companies. As the Brown family said their goodbyes, that seemed strangely out of place in these memorial episodes honoring Garrison. Alright, so in case you forgot, Kody used to sell signs years ago, even before Sister Wives was created. It wasn't as though he was showcasing his artistry or handiwork, though, because he didn't manufacture them. This time, Kody made the decision that he had to take his family to view the signs while he was in Wyoming burying Garrison. However, other followers believe that he sought to bolster his ego by flaunting them on TV. However, Kody wasn't going on this trip to brag about his accomplishments. His family appeared to be bored to tears as he babbled on about the signs he sold. Robyn, Ari, Brianna, Solomon, and Aurora's facial emotions were all quite clear. If this journey hadn't been for the Sister Wives series' depressing occasion, it would have been hilariously strange because Kody wasn't only boring his family to death, but he also kept talking endlessly. Kody and Robyn's unique traveler. Robyn's statement that Garrison was their special passenger on the drive to Wyoming was another scenario that made Sister Wives viewers cringe. Naturally, Kody made it clear that he was the one transporting Garrison's ashes to Wyoming for the ceremony and interment. Many questioned whether Robyn and Kody were attempting to change history after his death. Because Garrison was allegedly prohibited from entering their home while he was alive. Robyn, however, called his ashes their special passenger. Isn't that odd? Sister Wives, Garrison Brown is not mentioned. Fans of Sister Wives also noticed that Robyn's children never once called out Garrison by name in the episodes pertaining to his funeral. In contrast, the children of Janelle and Christine talked extensively about Garrison and said how much they missed him. In the meantime, Robyn's children appeared to be having a great time on a trip to Wyoming with Robyn and Kody. This was a huge hit among fans. In particular, Michael T., Maddie, and Gabriel all had kind things to say about their brother Garrison. In contrast, Robyn's children, Aurora, Brianna, Solomon, and Ari, were taught about Buffalo Bill's history rather than Kody's recently deceased son. They stayed in the town of Kody, Wyoming, which bears the name of Buffalo Bill Kody, the well-known cowboy, while they attended garrison's services. Robin mentioned that Buffalo Bill Kody and their father, Kody Brown, were similar in that they were both ladies' men, which made Aurora and Brianna laugh. It resulted in another icked-out moment for Sister Wives viewers. Then, despite having 4 wives at one point, Kody babbled about not being a women guy. While attending Garrison's memorial ceremonies in Wyoming, they discussed this at their meal. Given the episode's depressing subject, some people thought the chat was repulsive. Kody's father figure. Additionally, viewers of Sister Wives observed that Kody was attempting to boost his self-esteem by claiming that he was the first to hold his newborn baby, Garrison, and that he was the one who took him home to be buried. Fans of Sister Wives also maintain that, for some reason, new sequences were inserted into the most recent episodes using footage that was taken more than a year earlier. They observed how Kody changed from a man who was suffering and in anguish to Robin's loving husband and the father of her children, with him playing and enjoying ice cream in scenes that resembled vacations. Everyone grieves differently, of course, and perhaps what we witnessed was simply Kody and Robin's preferred method of doing so. However, there is a great deal of disagreement among Sister Wives fans regarding whether or not this is all fake. The role of Robin in Sister Wives. Fans of Sister Wives took particular note of Robin's reactions throughout these heartbreaking events. Robin doesn't talk much about grieving, but Kody talks about his anguish. Rather, she is taking care of Kody during this difficult period. Every time Robin talks about Garrison, fans assume that Robin is attempting to mend Kody's damaged fatherhood image. Fan comments on Sister Wives have discussed how these episodes appear to be more staged than normal and have questioned whether Kody had any input on the editing of his segments. We are all aware that reality TV isn't authentic. However, many saw that Kody and Robin's actions at Garrison's funeral and death were incredibly twisted. Additionally, since fan opinion seems to be growing worse rather than better, Kody and Robin may need to think about a different strategy if they are on a campaign to improve their image. This is what viewers of Sister Wives discovered about the funeral of Garrison Brown. It's difficult to lose a loved one. However, most people can't imagine sharing that anguish on national television. But the Sister Wives cast is doing a fantastic job of raising awareness about suicide and paying tribute to Garrison Brown. The funeral service for Garrison in Wyoming was the subject of the most recent episode. Regardless of your thoughts on Kody and Janelle Brown, they were merely parents attempting to honor their cherished son at that particular moment. Kody Brown excavates the grave of Garrison Brown. In a heartfelt gesture, Kody made the decision to dig the grave himself after traveling home with Garrison. The 56-year-old thought the action was appropriate. Here's the thing, he revealed. The cemetery's sexton, with whom I spoke, is typically in charge of excavating the graves. I simply asked if I may dig it and got his consent. I find meaning in it. I have no idea why. It's a very sentimental thing. Tim and Scott, Kody's brother, also joined since they were the men group that nurtured Garrison into maturity. For the active effort in this, because we're not digging a grave big enough for a coffin, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger than certainly that I need for this urn, Kody continued as cameras watched. I wish to get the experience of working hard here. Kody made the humble gesture while digging deep into the ground. When he was finished, he sat on Garrison's last resting spot and watched the sunset. Kody, of course, broke down in tears as he bemoaned, "I've never done anything like this, digging a grave. This, in my opinion, is among the most significant things I have ever done. This is my boy's final ode. I'm just doing my best to honor my son. I'm not even sure if it's honorable. It is a time of mourning." Garrison Brown was buried. Love was abundant at Garrison's modest funeral service. The majority of his 18 siblings arrived. Kody's 4 wives did the same. Logan Brown and Leon Brown, who hasn't been filmed in seasons, both showed up at the burial. Kody and Janelle's oldest son was standing erect next to his mother, giving her tissues when she needed them. The patriarch's mother, his grandma, was also present to offer support. Garrison was buried in a Viking ship-shaped urn that was handcrafted. The feline enthusiast was laid to rest next to family members at Penrose Cemetery in Byron, Wyoming. A title card informed Sister Wives viewers prior to the service that cameras were positioned at a distance during the burial to respect their privacy at the family's request. Speaking to the TLC cameras, Janelle revealed that she didn't really have any feelings and was just kind of numb. "It's just one of those things where you just wonder, how did we get here?" said Mary Brown, Kody's first wife. "It's really heartbreaking and depressing." During the service, Janelle was occasionally observed supporting herself by resting her head on Mary's shoulder. Tim, Kody's brother-in-law, led the service while sporting one of Garrison's Hawaiian shirts. "Garrison wanted to start this little business called Bob's Floral," Kody wrote. "And, Hawaiian shirts were going to be used." For Garrison Brown, the Brown family set aside their problems. "The most important lesson I learned from Garrison's life was that we're always going to find a way to cut up on something," Tim said in his eulogy. "We will always be able to locate comedy and take pleasure in life. With the exception of a mother who has experienced this series of events, none of us will be able to comprehend a mother's suffering," Tim went on. "Only a father who has experienced this situation will be able to comprehend a father's remorse." Then, Kody and Janelle began moving the urn into the grave. "There's some symbolism in me handing him to Kody," Janelle said as she gave their kid to Kody for his last resting place. "In his dream, the 18-year-old father revealed that Garrison was sitting in my bed and it wasn't sad." "Why you gone, boy?" I asked. "I'm not, ain't that bad here," he said. "Put an end to your depressing music. Spending time with you is awful. However, I'm okay, just turn off the depressing music." The siblings stopped at the tomb as well. Hunter Brown revealed, "Garrison was my playmate, while Paydon Brown placed military dog tags in the cemetery. I spent my entire life with him as my bunkmate." Why did Janelle Brown give Kody grace symbolically? How did Sister Wives star Janelle Brown pay tribute to Kody Brown during Garrison's funeral? Janelle and Kody had a very restricted relationship even before they split up. She has now been more giving to her ex than most people would have been. Continue reading for more details. Sister Wives Janelle Brown offers grace to Kody in the last 3 episodes of Sister Wives. Garrison Brown, who died in March 2024, is symbolically remembered. It explained his problems, including when they began, what triggered him, and other specifics. It also demonstrated how devastating it was for his family to learn that he had killed himself. Kody Brown wanted to take Garrison back to Wyoming when it was time to get ready for his funeral. His mother and father, Janelle Brown, are buried here, as is the property where his family currently resides. Janelle allowed Kody, Robin, and their 5 kids to go with Garrison on a pilgrimage to his final resting place. Kody even managed to dig his son's grave with the help of his brother and brother-in-law. When the family gathered for the funeral, Kody sat at the edge of the grave. Even though he was meant to place the urn, Janelle held it before he did. She handed it to him at that point and said that it made sense because Janelle had given their child to Kody at birth. For the parents, it was a full-circle moment when she died and passed him off. One Sister Wives fan went on to comment on Janelle Brown allowing Kody to dig Garrison's grave. "But I thought Janelle's advice to Kody to dig the hole was meaningful and poetic. Not bring him home or speak in a more gentle manner. She knew how badly Garrison needed Kody's affection, but it was too late." It was devastating to read that Kody was estranged from his son at the time of his passing. Supporters feel mixed. After seeing Janelle Brown bring the urn to Kody Brown, many Sister Wives watchers were in awe of her courage. However, she acknowledged that she momentarily forgot about the Kody problem. For these 2 sad parents who had lost a child, this was how it would end. Many people felt deeply about Janelle's motivation for handing away the urn and understood its symbolic meaning. They brought him into the world together, and now they are returning him to them as one. Not everyone saw it this way. The awful part is that the symbolism probably suggests that the boy's biggest source of worry was the real Kody, who has always been there for him. Janelle should have laid her child to rest. If you have never experienced parental estrangement, you cannot understand the daily grind of rejection, shame, and abandonment. Combining all of it with ongoing unhappiness and worry sets the setup for a disastrous ending. Regardless of why Janelle gave Kody the urn, some viewers did feel sorry for him in spite of his misbehavior. They were kind to him, just like Janelle, because they knew how painful it was to lose a loved one, even a child.